everybody. This week was very incredible. I mean, I am so happy. I can't wait to tell you what happened this week and how it's going to be next week and probably in the summer what I'm going to do. But there's a lot of amazing, a lot of things going on that are amazing. And today I'm going to let people come in our into my chat here. Um, I forgot something that I wanted to show you, but I probably, if Julio is listening, can you please help me out? I need my bag. Anyway, this is my studio. Welcome to my studio here. Um, my name is Alba Garcia. I am an artist. Um, and I want to talk about my journey. One moment. Yes, I need my bag. Yes, thank you. Yeah, studio craziness. I forgot to bring my bag because yesterday something happened. I want to talk about that, but first, at the beginning of the week, I had very interesting things, but um, I'm still looking for people in the chat if they are gonna get in, so we can start the conversation with other people as well. Um, but the topic today that I already posted is what it means to be an artist, and that is something I want to cover today. And an artist is a person that is capable of conceptualizing an emotion, an idea, a moment in time, or a value, ideals. Someone who can express themselves using their imagination. And art is considered any creative work, whether it's a painting, a drawing, a music piece. It could be a poem, a sculpture, animation, a novel, graphic novel, a tattoo, anything that you can show that emotion or that idea. I chose to do um, animation or the art of animation that encompass everything, but I started my journey uh, when I was 8 years old as an oil painter, and that was my first. No, not my first. My first one was when I was about 5 years old, and I was doing a clay sculpture for a class, and the teacher was handling all this clay. I remember, and one of the students, when the class ended, because there were not a lot of resources back then in the 1980s. There were no resources. The teachers only have certain amount of clay, and then they reuse it for every class. After I did this little, uh, I think it was a little pig, it's just this size. I made the four legs and everything, and the teacher said, "Well, assign one of the other scholars to pick up all the clay," and then she smashed my little first sculpture ever, took it out and put it in a in a box where all the other clay was being collected. So that was that was a little bit depressing. um, then after that, I started taking classes. My mom or my father, they saw yeah, certificate. Uh, they saw the the talent, and then I just started taking classes as an oil painter, also drawing at a local free classes that the town was giving to young artists. So that's I started putting my work into galleries, selling my work when I was in college. I started college as an actor. I auditioned because I wanted to become an actor, and I did an audition. They took me. I started doing theater. So from painting to theater, and then when I was in college, I developed my sense of going back to sculpture. And then I started thinking, well, I like to write poems too. I would like to be a writer sometime, someday. So I incorporated all my artistic, all the talents that I've been cultivating throughout my life. In it just got I associated all my talents, all the little things that I could do, the acting, the sculpting, the drawing, into directing, into making films, into making meaningful films, which is my motto. So being an artist, like I said, I can express emotion and feel and everything in a sculpture. But if that sculpture is becomes a stop motion, I can actually manipulate it to have an emotion, and I can add some music. I am not good at music, but I know experts that can relay the thought I want. Um, One of the things that I like about that is like I can express it, explain to the composer the rhythm, the pace that I wanted, the music, and I can tell them the emotion. I can give it examples of other works that it feels in tune with their story. So that's how I will say it translates the what it means to be an artist, especially in 2024. I am not looking at people commenting in the chats just yet, and I don't know if I'm doing this right. This is my second time ever, and I just invited a bunch of people from Facebook, which I don't know what's happening. But um, let's see. I just don't know. I'm gonna continue my my I wouldn't say lecture, but my little piece of advice on that. So it's kind of like lonely being here and talking about my work, but um, going back to what it means to be an artist. Uh, so can we do more as artists? And what can we do? I mean, a lot of young men and women, and doesn't matter the gender, but they always ask me, um, do you have a job here? I mean, can I work for you? And yes, I have my studio here, but it's basically an indie film. Whenever I have a project is whenever we work together. But again, there's it is very difficult for me to conceptualize a whole idea unless we have funding. So that's something that I'm looking for sponsors, basically, in order for me to give the opportunity to other creatives. I'm working hard on that. But this week has been pretty awesome. I've been working the past years with the CRNY residency at BronxNet, and I we have developed a TV show for kids, and it's called Eco Leaders, and it's only six episodes. But what I really like um, about those episodes, like you can actually see the enthusiasm that we as a creators put into the story and the characters and the soul um, of the series. It's about inviting experts to explain, the changes in the planet and what can we do, how can we inspire change, and this is how it came up to be. And I'm starring as a Professor Fossil, and that is a scientist, a female scientist. So you're gonna see different promos that I'm building up to, because it's next week is the actual premiere of the show. So it's gonna be broadcast. It's gonna be in different places. I think it's gonna be online, but and in YouTube, but also it's gonna be broadcast first. I think it starts at 4 on Friday at BronzeNet, and I think it's channel 67. I'm gonna give that information later on. But this past Tuesday, we had a press conference in which we were gonna explain a show. A school. We invited second graders to see the actual first episode, and they loved it so much. They were mesmerized. They felt it. They were feeling the music. They loved the music. They were dancing with the music. They were even singing the echo leaders. It was very nice to see that, and they really. I didn't expect this, but at one point when they started meeting us, the cast with the puppets and me as a Professor Fossil, they were asking me to hug them. There was the sweetest thing, the kindness when you do create art and you create some works of art that impact the community and society, and then you see how the society reacts to you, and in this case children, and how the children interact with you, and they're asking you for a hug or they want to touch your hat, and it's very sweet to see that. So we hosted them. We had a fun time with them. Then yesterday we were invited to ASIFA, which is ASIFA East, Asociación Internacional du Film d'Animation, which is a guild that started in 1969 in New York. In 1969 in New York, but it started in this. I think it's 1950s. If I'm quoting this wrong, but it started in Annecy in France. That society, but it has different chapters all around the world. And New York had a film festival, which all the members, and we're talking members, the members here could be anybody who loves animation that doesn't even have to be an animator, to professionals in the field that have been nominated for an award like an Oscar or something. This is the kind of members, and they get to vote in different films that, and I proposed my film Dangerously Ever After because it's my newest film, and it got the votes, and we won last night the Craft Prize in Design of Dangerously Ever After. So we won the 54th ASIFA East Animation Film Festival. Oh, yay! So for us, this means so much because this is the actual community, the animation community, voting for something that we spent 8 years in the making, 8 years, blood, sweat, and tears, basically. And this is something I'm gonna put it somewhere in the studio. And Julio said the chat doesn't seem a bit desolate at the moment. It might pick up later. Seriously. Woohoo! Okay. Oh my gosh. Here we go. So those are the two, so far, we have the viewing with the kids. They saw the first episode. It was a success. Second, we won that amazing certificate from the biggest community for animation in the world. And what will happen next week is the actual premiere of that show, which will be with we have been working in for 2 years now, and that's gonna be awesome. And I got the news today that I will be teaching animation or in the summer to middle schoolers for a week. But hey, that for me is amazing because that's the part of giving back as an artist and trying to to give encouragement and inspiration and all the good things that we enjoy about being artists. Any questions in the chat? I know this is ridiculous, but yeah, questions. So no questions. I'm gonna continue being here. This is part of the plan. What else can we talk about as being an artist? I already explained how I started it, how my artistic legs started, which is started with a sculpture that got smashed, and then when I went, I went to college again. I auditioned as an actor. I did some theater, then I did some animation, painting, galleries, all that great stuff, and I really enjoyed that. I wish I could seriously go back to that time because it was very enjoyable. Going around with my big canvases because I didn't like to draw small. I like the big canvases the size of that window. And I sold my work, and that's how I got to pay my ticket to come to New York to basically study at SVA, School of Visual Arts in Manhattan. And now everything is going full circle because, hey, my daughter wants to go to SVA, but it's expensive. Anyway, that's part of the plan. We're, she's an artist. She's amazing at what she does, and I can't wait to see what she's gonna become as an artist. She's a great storyteller and a great thinker. So it's good to start opening that path for her because not only her, I have other interns that I work with that they're amazing, and I would love to really hire them at one point because they are so not I would say the attitude for some of these young artists are amazing. And I tend to do everything big. Yeah, I know. So I have 2 feature films that I wrote that I'm trying to find investors for. That it could be stop motion or it could be CGI animation. So that is in the future. That's what we're thinking. And or maybe a graphic novel before that, but I don't know because it's really my illustration in graphic novel. I can do storyboards and all that, but I think that's a different mojo because creating a graphic novel requires a different understanding of cinematics for every frame, and it's just the composition that is you have to. I have seen this Sandman and even the Akira comics is incredible. Those are experts at what they do, and yeah, I prefer to do film. And what's new about what we're doing now is that we're going to show that. I can't wait to show you that the TV show for next week. Next week is going to be awesome. So let's see what's going to happen on that end. So any questions? Because I'm here, but there's only a couple of us. Oh Lord, this is so painful. But nonetheless, I try to explain where my background is and where I'm going, especially with making feature films, which is very difficult now. But it's a matter of never quitting and never stopping what you do. I mean, we spent 8 years doing Dangerously Ever After, and now we are bearing the fruits of that film, of that painful process. Now people are recognizing the work we did on that film. We have a couple of official selections. Yesterday was one of the official selections that we won, and now we're going to have another one in June that we're going to go there too. One of the things that I have to address is, as an artist, this is something that is going to happen to every artist, is the rejection letters. When you are a filmmaker and you spend so much thinking that this product that you're doing, this film that you're doing, this is your baby, it deserves of the awards, and then all of a sudden you have rejection letters. We are not accepting your film, you are disqualified. Literally, I had 2 disqualifications this week, and not acceptance. And it is heartbreaking because we're thinking, oh my God, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it to Tribeca. Nothing. Tribeca says no. Slam Dance, Song Dance, Atlanta Film Festival, New York Children's Film Festival, which is unbelievable. This is a children's film, and you get discouraged. You get like, when I'm in the bus and I get the notification in my email, oh, judging status, and then you see the rejection, your film was not selected, or you were disqualified for so and so reason. It is very hard, especially when you work so many long hours, days, weeks, years, and that's the that's the industry for you. Don't get discouraged. Just the people who will recognize your film is because they really think that the work that you're doing is valuable, and that for them it means the world. So for me, that's amazing. What is your favorite thing to do in art? Ay, ay, ay. Well, what is my favorite thing? I like to come up with stories that other artists can um, feel that that the story belongs to them too. That they can feel, that they can feel the characters, that they can feel identified. As I said, I can identify with the story, with the ideals, with the characters, and I have a lot of joy when that happens. When I did Dr. Cataino, and that theater was full of people. I mean, it was full, completely full, and people at the end, they were laughing and were rejoiced, and they felt so identified, and they felt, I felt that could be my grandmother, or that could be me, or that I have a lot of satisfaction when that happens. So I think when I write, I put my heart and soul. And one of the feature films that I want to do, I is because I have my heart and soul on that, both of them. But there's one that I can identify more. Yeah, rejection is hard, but the acceptances are sweet. Yeah, I will say so. I will say so. But still, it's pretty harsh when people literally, a stop motion film festival disqualified me. I'm like, Jesus, really? Are you kidding me? A stop motion film festival. I And you know why? Why they disqualify me? because my film was over 5 minutes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And so it is the way it is. And I'm not going to stop. I don't think when you're an artist, you're no, you are the artist the rest of your life. Um, unless something happens in the way, you know, that you can no longer create the kind of art you want. You know, a lot of artists have lost their sight, or they lost their mechanics in their hands, the movement. Yeah, that can happen, and that's something that I haven't I haven't thought about. But what would happen if I don't have those things? What would be my living mechanism? How I could change my how can I reinvent myself so I can create something? The ability to think or write, to write, those are hard uh, topics that I would like to try in the future with other artists to talk when I invite artists to talk with me here. But those are the things that we need to see in the future, yeah, what happened to Terry Pratchett, a great writer. He was forgetting, I think he has some sort of dementia. And what happened is that, well, he could no longer write. That was his passion, the one of the best writers. And he decided to do euthanasia. I hope I said that right, but to to die in his own terms. So those are hard choices, decisions that not everybody will take, but we need to have the opportunity to make the decisions we need for the best for us and for our families. And as artists, we are not different from other people. It's just that we think outside of the box and we think differently. But that doesn't mean that we are less than others or nothing like that. It's just that, well, we have a certain amount of freedom. In order to create, you have to set your brain free. And sometimes it's hard, even for me. Um, so, yeah, that's a part of the conversation. And thank you for that one person in the chat that is helping me drive this whole process here. But again, what I'm gonna do today, after this live is gone and over, I'm gonna post the live because maybe somebody needs to listen to this. I don't know. Maybe I can be that little bit of light on your day. But I'm gonna post my fourth episode about what happened on Tuesday with the kids at BronzeNet when they saw, and their reactions when they saw the first episode, and the reaction when they heard the music, the reaction when they actually met the cast, met the puppeteers, and met me and Logan, which is the other actor, human actor. And it was very sweet. It's a short kind of clip. It's probably less than 5 minutes, but it's short and sweet, and you can share it. And that would be yeah, the song is very catchy, Echo Leaders. And the song was created, well, the base of the song was created, the gist, the original composition was created by my primo, my cousin in Puerto Rico, HW Hernando, a cousin from the mountains. We grew up in Puerto Rico, and he is a professor of music, and he has his own orchestra, and he has his own company, and he is incredible. He's amazing. So I think what I'm gonna plan to do for the next episodes is to interview other artists in different ramifications of art. One of them will be my cousin, which is in the music department, and a photographer, or also another director like me, voiceover artists, um, animators, model makers, and young artists as well, because we need to see the perspective of the new artists coming up now and their struggles, because they are struggling with this AI thing, this as much as we do, but they are getting that, that's that's a little bit of like a, it's hard for everybody to come into terms with the AI. AI could help speed up some of the process that we are doing. We can start creating the art, and the AI can help us visualize different things. Okay, I get it, but not everything. And we can, I mean, AI has impacted every profession that I know: voiceover, writing, acting, audio, your voice, artistic works of art, film, video, and wow. Even I have a friend that he only, that's his style. He only does sculptures of clay sculptures, like, like celebrity deathmatch kind of clay, like that. And now there's an app, AI app, that you take a picture or a video like me, and it makes me look like a clay cartoon. Yeah, there goes that job. So it is baffling. Maybe I should do another one with a couple of artists in here with me, talking about how AI is affecting their art, their creation, and how can we survive with it, because it's not going to go away. We need to move with that time, with the AI era. So my generation, have to deal with that change again. We have so many changes throughout the years, but now we have to accommodate ourselves to that new way of thinking, and the new generation have to deal with this. And I don't even know how they think about this, because for me it's terrible. Oh, the day when AI learns to get the fingers right, we are all doomed. Oh my God, that's so true. Why is it that it doesn't get the fingers right? But anyway, I'm not gonna even talk about that anymore, because it's ridiculous. But it's something when, when an artist creates a story, and then from the story he creates a storyboard, then a film and everything, all that process taken away by inputting something on a prompt, to it, and that prompt give you how many seconds of video of that. I'm like, literally, it's just, it's too much, because it does a good job. I mean, I've seen some of the things. Sometimes I'm like, wow, but it doesn't have the human. It has the human hand, but it doesn't have the humanity. Is, I don't know if I said it right, but I I just put in my 2 cents on that. So, well, I think we can call it a day, and I can show you the film. Well, the film now, the clip that I did, based on my experience with the second graders that saw Eco Leader's first episode for the first time, and the reactions in when I finished this live. Uh, yeah. Oh, that's a good one. They try to imitate the boys. Well, the voice was really good, but not the humanity of George Carlin. George Carlin was a comedian. He died a few years ago. I don't even know. I think it's a few couple of years ago. And they tried to create a voice or something, an AI tried to copy the sense of humor of this of George, and no, no, because the humanity wasn't there. You can try to get the gist of the voice, the tone, the pace, but not the intelligence. That kind of it. It's not even. I wouldn't say it's intelligence, but it's the humanity of him. Is his reality? I mean, no, no, you can't. No, you can't. And it is like I couldn't even listen more of that, to because I was listening to the whole comedy show that this AI created, and it felt off. It felt fake. Yeah, that's how it felt. So let's move on, and I'm going to start. I'm going to post. I'm going to upload in the YouTube what the experience on Tuesday at BronzeNet. And if you like this video or any of my videos, yeah, you can like and share and help me out. So, good night. Thank you for coming. Have a great weekend.